Hey guys, this is your Edpuzzle video, so it will stop and add questions to it. This is a really important skill that we need to learn. So we're going to practice a lot of these things and really talk about them. So we are talking about writing an argumentative essay, okay? Remember, there's a couple ways that argumentative essays are broken down. The first thing you need is an argument. It needs to be debatable, which means it can't be like January is the first of the month, which is the first month of the year. It has to be more than that. It has to be something that you can debate on. It could be about video games, for instance. Should children be able to play violent video games? When you have an argument, you then need to take a claim. The main claim is the side of an argument you are on. So it could be children should be allowed to play violent video games, or children should not be able to play violent video games. Once reasons and evidence start to be incorporated, the claim becomes a little bit more detailed. A claim plus 3 reasons why equals a thesis statement. And each of those reasons why becomes its own body paragraph. Let's look at my screen. It says you will follow your essay in this structure. It's an introductive paragraph. You need to have a hook, you need to have background information, and you need to have that thesis. We call it HIT. Hook, information, thesis. Okay, and that kind of organizes our introduction where we hook the readers in, we provide that background information necessary, and then we state our thesis, what you will expect in the essay that is written. That first paragraph is your first reason. We use the text, which will help be another Edpuzzle video or a video that we talk about in class. And then we talk about the topic sentence. We add evidence from a resource. We comment on it. We talk about it, and then we conclude our sentences and conclude our thoughts. And that will repeat for paragraph 3 and 4. The only thing that's different about paragraph 4 is that we need to enter a counterclaim. Now, we want people to support our claim. If we want video games to be played no matter how violent we are, then I'm going to find reasons to support that. However, in order for it to be a fully developed argument, we need to have a counterclaim. So we have to think, why would others think differently than myself? So you acknowledge in one statement why others think different than you. After you do that, you do something called a rebuttal. So then you go, you may think this way, but here's how you actually should think. For conclusions, we do something called the X, Y, Z. I tried. And so we sum it up. We restate our thesis, we sum everything up, and then we leave them with a zinger and thinking a little bit heavier about our things. So here's some examples of some topics that we may have talked about in class, and we talked about violent video games. There's all these different topics that you guys can do. Now, when we start writing, I have some tips for you. So the first thing that you have as a tip is transition words. How are you going to transition in a paragraph from one idea to the next? And you guys know me best. I love when I have sentence starters. So to add an example, for instance, it could be an example from a text that you're reading that you want to incorporate. You can add this word in. To contrast, especially for counter arguments, here are some good contrast words. To emphasize the very important points, you can add these strong words, right? Using personal pronouns is not strong. We want to make sure that we leave out those personal pronouns. I'm going through this just to really kind of talk about some things. We're excited, so we're gonna have to make sure that we practice that. That'll be another video and all that good stuff. Again, if you have any questions, you just let me know and I will help you out. Have an awesome day.